You already know Fly Nation TV, we back at it again, man, with one of my good homies from way back, man. IFC Yipes, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, blessed. You know, we're here for the Red Bull Subway Showdown. Just represent the coach as always, man, pushing it forward.
Yo, listen, man, so the beginning, I like to always talk about how we met, but this one is really special because 10 years ago, I had an interview at Season Beatings with you, right? I was talking about the predictions of Marvel. You know, Marvel 3 just came out like a few months before that. Everybody was on that game, and you made some wild, bold predictions. Not about the tournament itself. Well, yeah, more so with that, but you talk about certain players that end up becoming Evo champions, right? Okay. You call up Flocker, you gave him his flowers. You was like, yo, Flocker, he's gonna be a problem. Like what? 2 years later, he won Evo.
Facts.
You said Chris G. Of course, Chris G. He was on the tear. Like at that time, he was hot. Like he was like probably like top 3 players in the U.S. You know what I mean? But yeah. You was like, yo, Chris G. and Flocker, those two are gonna become legends. You said that. I was like, oh shit, damn, man. Now. 10 years later, man, they're legends, bro. They're Evo champions. You can't.
And it's crazy because the thing about me is whatever I do when it comes to interviews or commentary, whatever the case is, I never look back ever. That's just pretty much something I put in the past and I move forward. So it's crazy you bringing that up because I don't remember shit about that interview. It's crazy. So, but I could definitely see me saying something like that for sure, especially on the spot. Yeah, man. Flock and Chris G, and then I mean they held their weight. They held their weight. You know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do. So
yeah, you also gave props to Justin, of course. You gave props to Viscan at the time. You know, you were just giving your flowers, and that's the thing about you, man. You always show humbleness, right? You show respect because obviously respect is earned, not given, and it seems like you've always been a respectful guy. So I appreciate you for just being that person, and also on top of that being charismatic and funny as fuck. But you always show the humbleness, man. So that's the most thing I respect about you. But anyways, man, let's move on, man. 10 years later, doing big things. I see, man. Let's talk about that Peacock special, man. The documentary you got going on, man. Let's talk about it. You don't have to spoil it.
No. You I'm gonna give you a little insight of how that happened. So big shout out to my man Mojo. That's my guy. You can follow him at Got the Mojo. He's like a very, very high-end artist. And what's crazy about him is he's been following the culture for so long. Like I'm talking about this guy was like, first off, his name was Plastic Hawk on Twitch. And he always showed love on the sub tip. This is when I started like streaming and shit like that. And he was always in the mix of just everything I did, from the curly to just me streaming, just everything. I just remember seeing that name. So it's crazy moving forward, right? Fast forward, when everything's a little more situated on just everybody's end in terms of like what I'm doing and what everybody else is doing. He hit me up with an idea of talk about a little bit of my origin story and how things are looking right now in the world of FGC. You know what I mean? Now at first I thought he was bullshitting because a lot of people come up to you with ideas and stuff like that and it never falls through. But he literally stayed on it the whole time. You know what I mean? So like, and then they got me connected with people that work at NBC and Peacock. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Eric. My man created. I forgot exactly his name on Instagram, but definitely his government is Eric. So big shout outs to him. He's done so many pieces for a lot of people. You know what I mean? And just for him, just being lined up with Mojo and just seeing how professional he is and how authentic he wants to put things on the screen, it just connected, man, and clicked. So it was a beautiful combination of just good vibes, man, to be honest, with everybody having the same goal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So can you explain is it just basically about you, or is it just
well, I'm not going to spoil it, not to get into detail too much, but that's not the only episode. Just look at it like that. Right now, we're kind of like in the beta phase of things. So we're just going to show this first episode, and we're going to just wait to see what people see about it. You know what I mean? But if we get good love in bulk, if you will, and people are interested, we're gonna give y'all more. But just know there's a lot lined up when it comes to that. So alright,
that's cool, man. So when will the pilot episode premiere? So I know it got pushed back.
No, so the episode's already done. Right now it's just more so clearance, just to make sure that we can actually use the footage and stuff like that. So like we're waiting for a specific person just to respond, and that's basically it. And obviously I got my team involved, which is BTM Before the Money. We heavy into just multimedia music, so, and we got like original beats and all types of shit, so we just waiting to clear on that. It's just like contractual stuff and stuff like that, but it's nothing crazy that's actually gonna divert and not put this out on the masses, so that's basically it, man. It was scheduled to come out the 21st, but we bumped into a little bumps on the road, and we're just gonna have to wait a little bit, but it's not gonna be too long. You'll probably get that way before October. So
well, I can't wait, man. Definitely can't wait. Alright, so let's move on to today, man. So Red Bull Subway Showdown finals, man. We got the teams already set from last weekend. Can you give me a predictions? Who do you think is gonna take it, man?
Well, I mean, so I looked at it like this. So, the biggest problem in the tournament is IDOM. And this ain't even to take anything away from nobody else, but it's just more so he's the best, And obviously we on the pandemic side of things. Obviously we're getting a little more cleaner in terms of just everybody getting involved indoors and yada, yada, yada. More offline events is coming to fruition. But in my opinion, I feel like the rankings stayed how they stayed before the pandemic came in. So I feel like IDOM is still the best, Punk is second, and then whoever comes after, there's no disrespect, not to say that I don't remember no names, but it's just, that's pretty much the ceiling right now, in my opinion, when it comes to Street Fighter, right? And this ain't to take away nothing from nobody else. Everybody's a freaking killer. That's what I love about Street Fighter 5. Everybody came to their own and they're a killer. So like you see certain names, you're like, oh shit, he a beast. You know what I mean? But in terms of results and who got them accolades and the bag, you definitely got to look at IDOM and Punk, right? But coming into this tournament for Red Bull Subway Showdown, when I seen Arturo was involved in the tournament, I thought, man, if he qualifies with IDOM, that's going to be a big problem, right? Because they kind of both got like that style where it could kind of like nullify everybody's gameplay, and they're just two godlike players. So I thought for free that Queens was going to win just off the rip, that Arturo was going to qualify, but he actually did not qualify. I think he lost to iDrop and somebody else. I didn't see his other matches, but he lost to iDrop.
I think Mylin or something like that.
Okay, so because I know right now it's Defeat Lee, iDrop and IDOM on the team, but the fact that IDOM is on the team as a captain, like, it's going to be a problem. Obviously, in terms of the dark horse, I want Sanford to win. Obviously that's my guy on some OG shit. He's representing Manhattan, but right now I think the team to beat is IDOM. So I would have to say Team Queens definitely got a big shot at winning this.
I agree. All right, cool, man. So you already said your piece, man. So let's talk about your FGC project side of things. You've been doing the can opener series.
Right.
This thing it's been buzzing. You know what I mean? You got one of the hottest sets in Strive so far, in my opinion. Hotachi and Punk. Yeah. Even before that, it was Hotachi and Morin too. Yep. So how the build up and how it led up to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was cracked, man. So anything new that's gonna happen with the can opener series? Are you gonna keep it like where it's at right now?
Well, so the can opener, just to give you a little backstory. Shout out to Lee Chung. That's my guy, my BFF, my ride or die. He had this idea with me we had this idea for the longest, especially when we was on the NLBC side of things. He was like, man, we should pick a day and throw an offline tournament. And obviously the pandemic hit and we put that on pause. So we only bring it back because people wanted to see us so much in terms of Team BFF as a squad. I was just like, yo, hey man, let's bring this into fruition. Let's mess with the online world for a while. So that's when we started doing that on the Tuesday, out of all days, right? But we're one of the main reasons we put it on the Tuesday, because he's off on those days. He's off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So he's like, you know what, that's perfect. Whatever makes you comfortable, Chung, I'm with you. You know what I mean? So if you want to do a Tuesday, we do a Tuesday. And Lord behold, everybody showed love. You know what I mean? Everybody was just like, yo, man, this is cool on the Tuesday. We ain't really got nothing going on the Tuesday, so it was cool. And it even got to a point where originally we was actually running it early. It was like at 6 p.m., but people couldn't make it because they didn't get out of work yet. So we actually pushed up the schedule a little bit to 7:30 to 8, so people actually have time to register. So we usually start at 8 right now. But all in all, it's been perceived great. Everybody loves it, and the thing that we strive the most of the can opener is we trying to show love to all communities. So obviously Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, they're kind of like mainstays, but we actually have plans, of course, with Melty Blood, with KOF, and even MVCI. We actually trying to bring MVCI, which you'll have an announcement of that very soon. So just keep an eye on the social media side of things. But yeah, it's more so just to showcase good energy, good vibes, authenticity at the end of the day, because it's not like we got big sponsors. Granted, we have great support. We got shout outs to Gaming Generation, shout outs to MetaView, and shout outs to Victrix. They hold us down tremendous, and they got a lot of stuff coming up, so we're gonna be helping help them push forward with it.
Yeah, but, man, good for you, man.
Yeah, man. So
keep up the good work. Shout out to Lee Chung too.
Yeah, Lee Chung, that's my guy. At the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun. I don't want people to think because this is like a tournament and that we gotta be super serious and shit on the analytical side. All that now, fuck that, man. We're just trying to make that hype for everybody that's just watching on the couch. Maybe watch it with your son or something, or your daughter, your moms, or something like that. We're just trying to make it fun for the family. So that's what it's all about with the can opener, for sure. And showcase new blood, 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. I see a lot of new bloods rising up, man. K7, who's the other Leo?
Razzo,
yeah. Right. They Razzo just won 10K like a month ago, man.
I was there for the PAX West, man. That was crazy. Just seeing that in person. I mean, like, obviously we've been stuck for like a year and a half. So like me being back on the road and just seeing all those people in Seattle, big shout outs to Seattle. It was just like a wake-up call. Like, man, we're getting back to the swing of things.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I ran into Razzo at Summer Jam too.
Okay.
Got top 8, dripped out and everything. He said he wanted to be the best. He wanted to fight with the rest of them.
Yeah, Razzo.
Now he's in that way. Yeah. So he's keeping that same energy, man. So shout outs to them, man. All right, so the podcast thing, man. You bringing that back now too, right?
Yeah, it's been back. We're at episode 51 currently. We bring it back on episode 40 again. That was the same situation. Same situation where where the pandemic was just in the mix.
Yeah.
So we took our time with that, and we bring it back. We pretty much came back at episode 40, and we've been 11 episodes deep. So
any special guests you got in mind coming up?
Well, we got a couple of internationals, you know what I mean. But because they're not here in person, we're gonna have to go to the Discord side of things. So you're gonna see some cool guests.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, lastly, man, any shout outs you want to give?
Big shout outs to the FGC. Without y'all, I wouldn't be nothing. So that's number one. Number two, just know I'm trying to do a lot of things to push the culture forward, not only on the event side of things, but on music and just media in general. So that's definitely one of my main goals right now, because I'm definitely trying to bring that awareness to the FGC, period. You know what I mean? I'm trying to let people know that there's something out here that you could definitely relate to and enjoy. And that's definitely the fighting game culture. We're so diverse in terms of races and just everything that we do, man. It's a beautiful thing. So big that's the first shout out to the FGC. Shout outs to everybody that's actually trying to get in here. Even though, and when I say in here, I mean sponsors, even though, you see it on the corporate side, but there's actually certain corporations that actually give a fuck about keeping it authentic. Red Bull is definitely one of them. You know what I mean? So I give them I got a lot of respect. And the reason why I'm saying that is because anybody that steps into our culture, I always think twice about them. Like, are you guys really here for the benefit of us, or you just here for the benefit of y'all and what y'all trying to do? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I actually see that y'all care. So, and I see a lot of people that's involved that was from the grassroots side of things that is actually in the mix with Red Bull now. So that gives me actually more confidence to mess with y'all. So I appreciate y'all for actually hollering at me for a little bit of guidance. Like, hey man, what should we do? This is in the third, and I gave you guys some ideas and you put in fruition. So that's pretty dope. So shout out to Red Bull. And it's anybody that's trying to come in here, any business that's trying to come in here, please just don't come in here for the quick dollar. This actually is a lot of love and a lot of work that we put into on this from the production side, from my own pocket. So obviously it's a great look when somebody comes in with a little bit of that bag just to help us out in terms of just bringing our vision into fruition. So that's pretty dope. So big shout out to all the corporations. Big shout out to Before the Money. That's my team. It's a multimedia company. You know what I mean? I'm definitely heavily on that. So No Frillz Podcast is definitely got brung into fruition because of BTM. So shout out to Ruby. Shout out to my man J Av. And just shout out to the team Stats. You already know what it is. Nick Early, Grizzy, my whole squad. Of course, shout outs to Prime, Levels Recording Studios for letting us rock on that too. Yeah, man, it's just big shout outs to all my warriors that have just been holding me down this whole time. During everything has just been more on the pause side of things, of course, because of the pandemic, but everybody been riding with me and just been pretty much supporting me and blessing me to pretty much go ahead and just get my goals going, So much love.
So probably a dumb question because, I'm in the FGC, but for those that aren't in the FGC, because we got people that that do watch the channel that's not from the FGC, where they can find you at, man?
Just at literally everything IFC, from the Instagram, from the IFC Yipes, from the Instagram, the Twitter, the Twitch. It's literally IFC Yipes, everything. So just be on the lookout. I got some music coming out too, so that's one way I'm trying to connect the FGC.
SoundCloud?
Yeah, well, not necessarily SoundCloud. You'll see when it comes out. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Just follow them on Twitter, man.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. Everything IFC Yipes. So you already,
man. Hey, Yipes. Thank you once again, man. Like I said, you're one of the real ones, and I'm glad that your accomplishments, your accolades, from a competitor to I don't even know. I guess you're just a figurehead now, man. You're a legend now.
At this point, it ain't over for me on the competitive side. It's just more so I need to get that momentum going. I'm loving Strive a lot, so you'll probably see me on the offline side of things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you play Millia, right?
Millia, hard, yeah.
Yeah, you look like a Millia player. All right, man. Well, anyways, hey, best of luck, man, on your future endeavors, man. You know, man. Sure. So, Yipes, thank you once again. Fly Nation TV, we out. Y'all be easy. Peace.